Okay, I'm Blair. So I did my experiment on the level of common sense between blondes and brunettes because I'm sure all of you at one point or another have heard a dumb blonde joke. And while I don't take great offense to that, I always have been curious if there's actually a level difference in common sense and like knowledge. So I started my experiment by creating a definition of common sense because there's a lot of areas that could apply to. So I basically narrowed it down to one's ability to analyze a situation in a sensible way. So then my hypothesis was that blondes would actually score higher levels of common sense because similar tests to mine have been conducted and blondes actually scored a little bit higher than brunettes, so I just based it off of that. So I started my research and basically just Googled questions that test your common sense, and I gathered some from the internet that I thought fit my definition pretty well. And then I actually just created some of my own to put on the test that involved like certain scenarios and how you would react appropriately. And so I put it into a multiple choice format on Google Docs, and it ended up being 14 questions, and 11 of which actually tested your common sense, and then 4 questions asked your age, gender, natural hair color, and whether or not you had heard any of the questions before. And I ended up sending it out to 42 different participants, varying in age and gender. So it didn't end up being completely equal. I wasn't able to do that completely because it was mainly like peers and family members. But I did end up getting an equal number of blondes and brunettes. So as you can see, blondes scored 18% lower test scores, so my hypothesis was wrong. But it was cool to see how that ended up. And then just to see if there were any other factors that were more important than hair color maybe, I also did some different charts with age difference and gender. So it wasn't really anything super significant because of the numbers that I had and the limit of people that I could use, but the highest scoring category was males with brown hair, which was kind of cool. But so yeah, that was basically, I concluded that brunettes did score higher, and then the other factors may or may not be more important, but I didn't have enough data or time to conclude that completely. So yeah, thank you.